Salutations, Internet! I am your host, Dr. Wolfula. The movie I have today is a doozy. It's called Dolly Dearest. It's a Child's Play ripoff made in 1992. Should be fun, let's watch. Somewhere in Mexico, an unnamed archaeologist releases evil spirits from a Mayan tomb. The spirits escape to a nearby toy factory. Who builds a toy factory next to a Mayan tomb? According to this movie, Mexicans do. Meet the Reed family, who are heading down to Mexico where Mr. Reed will be in charge of his brand new haunted toy factory.
We're gonna be the only little girl in the world whose daddy makes such beautiful dolls.
The Reeds visit the factory, which is standard Mexican architecture.
Appraisal documents indicated the factory had been kept up after Senora DeLuga's death.
Yes, sir. We have been very careful to keep everything just as it was.
The Reed daughter, Jessica, takes this opportunity to pick out her very own creepy, possessed, child-sized doll. Did I mention it's alive? That information comes in handy later when the Reed family's housekeeper is locked in the basement, pushed down the stairs, stabbed in the neck, and electrocuted in a randomly filled bathtub. No one investigates into this murder because, hey, it's Mexico. So everyone moves on with their sad lives, except Jessica here, whom her little Dolly seems to be a bad influence on. Jessica? And when your child begins hanging out with a killer doll, drugs and premarital sex are the least of your concerns. Eventually, Rip Torn enters the film and brings class to a classless picture by playing Carl Wesnick, an archaeologist investigating the nearby ruins. Carl meets young Jimmy Reed there, and they immediately hit it off.
Never do that again.
Carl has Jimmy climb into the evil tomb's catacombs, which is definitely an appropriate environment for a child.
What do you see?
I don't know. It's real small. It's a coffin, I guess. But it's made out of stone, maybe?
All right, that's enough. Come out of there now.
Later that night, one of the Mexican laborers at the toy factory decides to mock one of the killer dolls while closing up.
You come up to my room later, eh? No? You women, you're all alike, you know? Well, let me tell you something. You're ugly, and your nose is shiny, too.
The dolls don't take kindly to his harassments and retaliate by dropping boxes on his head. That'll show him. Oh, and they also slice through the guy's hand with a sewing machine. His only response to this injury is opening up his shirt and dying. Okay? Again, no one investigates this murder because, hey, it's Mexico. Back at the house, things start to pick up with little Jessica.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you if you try to separate us!
Jessica's mother becomes convinced that her behavior is the doll's fault.
It's the doll. It's controlling her somehow. It's doing something to her. Don't you see it?
What you're saying is completely irrational.
I know, right? After consulting Rip Torn and a nun for advice on how to handle this situation, Mom finally confronts the doll. Mom then grabs the loaded shotgun everyone has on their mantle and is ready for action. But she's too late because Dolly is gone. But at least Jessica is safe. They get downstairs where they meet Dolly, who pits Jessica against her own mother. How a little girl manages to overpower a full-grown woman is beyond me. Then this happens.
Play with this, bitch.
All is right with the world once more, of course. Not really. You see, there's still a factory filled with these fuckers, and Dad is in the middle of it. The dolls are about to drop the guy into the machinery when Rip comes in and saves the day. Dad, Rip, and Jimmy proceed to plant explosives throughout the factory, and the dolls explode into a million choking hazards. The end. Well, there you have it. Dolly Dearest. I'm not going to rate this flick, but if I could sum it up in one word, it would be beige. Yeah, you know what? Fuck this review. Go see it right now. Now! Bye-bye.